Hey, it's Carl Allen. I've got another great tip for you today on deal origination. So, one of the biggest mistakes that most people make is when they want to buy a business, all they do is concentrate on brokers. And you will have seen my previous video on how to and how not to use business brokers when targeting a business to buy. So if you're deadly serious about buying a business, brokers should just be one of the many deal origination methods that you use. I've talked about social media, I've talked about going to events, I've talked about carving micro subsidiaries out of big businesses that they no longer want to keep as part of their portfolio. But the tip I want to share with you today is what I call the direct approach. And this is where you can rent a database. You can get free 72-hour trials for databases like Hoover's, or if you live in the US, you can go to any public library or log in online using your library card and get free access to that service. You can also ask the librarians to do this research for you. And basically, it's as simple as saying, okay, I'm interested in this particular sector within this particular location. You type those search criteria into the database and it will throw you up with a list of businesses that fit your particular profile and fit whatever size of business that you're looking to buy. So in your first deal, you want to be targeting businesses between $1 and $5 million or pounds or euros, depending where you live in terms of revenue size. And then once you've found that list, you can drill down into that list and then just do 10-15 minutes research per business. So a bit like when I talked about with events, find out what you like about the business, 3 to 5 things. Find out what you can know about the seller, where do they go to school, college, what sports teams are they in, what restaurants do they dine at, what rock band do they like, all those different things. And then you want to get those data points and you want to put those into a letter. And in that letter, it's called a direct approach. You want to say, hey, my name's Carl Allen, I'm interested in buying a business in this sector, I've worked in blah, 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 blah. Now it's time for me to go and buy my own small business. I'm ready, and I've been doing some research into the sector and I really like your business. I like it for these 3 reasons. Maybe you've won an award, maybe you have a specific process that you've engineered or you've perfected. There's a particular client that you've just won. So all of those things that you can get from Google or from the website. And then you also want to start building rapport with that seller. So start to talk about things that you may have in common. So you might like the same rock band, you might like the same sports team, you may know the restaurant that they go to a lot, they've checked in a lot on Facebook. So start to build those things into the letter. And then when you send those letters out, if you do it exactly as I've just described, you'll get a 1 in 3 response rate. Now, normal direct mail is about 1%, 1 in 100. But if you write a very tailored letter that's very, very specific to that business owner, to that potential seller, then you will get a much, much better response rate. So I hope you found that useful. I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.